Yeah, because he's openly talking about in Romania I could pay this guy off and this guy off.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
is
like
weird.
Like, do you really want to publicize that?
So maybe all the real criminals are like, dude, you're f***ing up our whole shit.
So they're paying someone to go arrest them.
So, the Tate brothers have been released to house arrest.
Oh, wow. Didn't they keep pushing it like another month? Another month?
Yeah.
I didn't know they had both brothers.
They do, yeah. So,
Top G is out.
And his brother Tristan, they have been moved from custody to house arrest with immediate effect from a Romanian judge. And
what's going on?
People weren't sure that this was going to happen, but this just happened like right now. We're actually.
It's not because of his health, is it?
What's that?
Did his health have anything to do?
They didn't say anything about that.
He had to get a new haircut.
They're just saying that it's unnecessarily harsh to keep them in custody when options like house arrest are still available. So why are you guys like doing extra things to them, which you would normally not do to?
Because whatever they're getting charged with, no one knows if it's like real or not, right? Or if they're guilty of it.
Well, yeah. So alleged victims are claiming to have been forced to earn a certain amount of money on social media platforms under threat of physical violence, and the idea is like, hey, you're forced to do OnlyFans, or you're forced to like.
Some of the cam girls they manage, basically, right?
Yeah.
And court papers describe debts being used as a form of psychological coercion. And 6 women so far have been identified by prosecutors as victims. No charges have yet been brought against the brothers, so they were held for that long without charges filed.
I think they're gonna escape.
Whoa.
You think they're gonna what?
I think they're gonna escape.
You think they'll just like flee?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna dig a tunnel.
Because once you get to house arrest, right, it makes it so much easier. And if they get out of Romania, then like, what's next?
But how do they hold somebody for that long without charges? Like, that's kind of what's troubling about this.
Well, Romania's crazy corrupt, like wildly corrupt. Like just to get like proper services at a hospital, you have to grease those health workers. It's like notoriously known for that. There's been a whole documentary on it, on like healthcare professionals, everybody going in and just being like, poor people can't get good service.
Really?
Like the rich people will just come in, or middle class, and just be like, yo, here's some fucking whiskey and here's some gifts and here's some things. Take care of me first. So everyone who's got money, they get, yeah.
That's crazy because he moved there to not get in trouble for his shit.
Well, I think that's why he liked it, because he was like,
grease people.
over here it's corrupt. I don't have access to the corruption.
Yeah.
Because like only politicians get out of like tickets or whatever. Over there, everyone has access to the corruption.
Yeah.
So what's in it for them then? Like, to hold the Tate brothers? Like, who's shaking them down?
I think
that's the conspiracy thing, is that they think someone else is like pulling those strings.
Yeah, I think it's the world, like they're attracting too much attention. So like no organized crime likes that kind of attention, right? Okay. And then he also spoke out, I think, about Romania being corrupt and easy. So I'm like, come on, dude, do you really want to oust yourself like that? And then that makes the country look bad, and now that's my
They have to crack down on him.
Yeah, because he's openly talking about in Romania I could pay this guy off and this guy off.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
is
like,
weird.
Like, do you really want to publicize that?
So maybe all the real criminals are like, dude, you're fucking up our whole shit.
So they're paying someone to go arrest them.
Doesn't that further just expose the corruption more, especially holding them this long? Like, that's weird.
I think number one, Romania is a part of the EU, right? So the consequences, if you don't have your shit together, you can be kicked out of the EU possibly, right? EU. So yeah, there's probably consequences for being so openly like, we're a corrupt country.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're basically forced to stay inside their domicile until they get express permission from the judiciary to leave. I don't know that hurts them at all, other than like maybe they can start making stuff again.
They can make content.
Yeah, that's what I wonder.
Yeah.
What's their first video gonna be? What's the first video on Hustler University gonna be?
Romania.
And doesn't Andrew Tate have like lung cancer or some shit?
He does?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Something like that, but it's all speculation. Nobody actually knows per se.
Damn, I haven't seen it.
I want the title to be "They Can't Hold Me Down."
Nice.
Do we have any facts about them at all, or is it just all like
What do you mean, like the?
like just anything that involves them?
I think so. With this guy, it's like Alex Jones, right? You don't know which one is character and which one's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a former kickboxer.
Well, that's true. He did kickboxing. He did all those stuff. He did run a brothel, like a OnlyFans. Like he openly talks about it. Like
It was an actual brothel, bro?
Well, it was an OnlyFans brothel, so he wasn't getting girls. Like so, it was basically he got all of his girlfriends at the time together, and then they were just like, "Yo, check it out! Like, you guys do OnlyFans or cam girl stuff, and then we'll like set up the business." So it was like a house, and then he had the girls work that, and then they would basically take a cut from that.
So it's all like consent and everything.
Yeah, that's what he said. And then, but then he did have a falling. He had a falling out with one of them too.
Oh, so they're just like trying to plan like a revenge.
And then there's clips, I guess.
I don't know if those are even the same girls.
Of him admitting certain things and saying like basically like it sounds like financial abuse, emotional abuse, and just certain things of like how a pimp basically acts around his like hookers and stuff, right? So,
but how much was just cool guy talk?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is I don't know how much is like, hey, look at me, I'm so cool.
Yeah.
And then how much of that was like, yeah, I don't know. No one, it's hard to say.
Right. Because like I say, I hate my wife all the time on the show, but I kind of hate my wife, but I don't like hate my wife.
But you don't have a Bugatti though. If you have a Bugatti, then it's like all those things
they
are
believe
real.
it. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just such a weird kind of dynamic too, because like I can't tell if abuse is going down or not, because one of the victims that accused him, there's footage of her picking up like Uber Eats and shit, going back into the house, and then like she's just hanging out with her friends. Yeah. And then some might argue, well, like that's Stockholm syndrome, right? Like, so what? She went up to the car, picked up Uber Eats, came back, whatever. Some might look at that and be like, well, if that was your chance to run, you didn't run.
Exactly.
It's just...
That's like Nikki picking up Uber Eats with like my shoe print on the back of her neck. But it's like she, did it on her own.
That's different if they're afraid of the consequences if they run.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Or like, where would they go? What if they're runaways? What if they're from different countries, right? Like they
don't have their passport or something. But the funny thing is, he did admit that like he told this story about how the cam girl chatting, that it's not even them, and he just like cons people into giving all this money.
It's like Ashley Madison, dude. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Dude, Ashley Madison, right? So this was like for socialites and all this stuff. It's like cheat on your wife, but like with hotties and shit.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's like get out of the fucking wrinkly ass territory you're in, topographical maps and shit. Come on into Ashley Madison. And so then it's just all like fucking dudes sitting there, like almost like a bot farm, but just dudes being like, oh yeah, like I'm really horny for you, and like you're a hot old dude.
I know the database got compromised. I didn't know there was all.
So yeah, it got compromised, and they part of the disclosure of the discovery of the trial was that Ashley Madison having to admit that they were like heavily male users. So it's like males talking to males all day long.
Dang.
Incredibly good stuff.
But then it's still going, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Ashley Madison, even after that, they continued.
What's the purpose of Ashley Madison?
2x2.com's still out there, isn't it?
Was it a hookup site?
I think it's like for like people that are trying to cheat, like swingers or something.
It's extramarital affairs.
Yeah, extramarital affairs. That's what it is. On both sides, guys and girls, supposed to be.
Get out from under the weather, dude. You know what I mean? Get some like new ass.
But yeah, they got exposed for their database of users went out and went public. So all the dudes that were cheating on their wives, their names were on that list.
Oh my god.
It was like 70,000 or something.
Why do you have an account there, huh?
Yeah, tons.
Oh, I think I clicked it on accident.
I was curious.
And then I signed up and I put my address.
And they asked me who my first pet was.
Those excuses must have been gold. I wish the excuses was on a list too, because that'd be so funny.
Every single one of those guys should have a statue of themselves.
The number one thing for a business like that to do is to make you an excuse already. Like they just give you an alibi when you sign up.
Just email it to you.
Yeah. So they make this whole elaborate thing.
I thought Ashley Madison was this poor woman from Brazil. And I was paying her. You better believe I thought she was hungry.
That would be cool if they disguised it as some like evangelical donation thing where you're like paying tithe.
Paying Joel Osteen's church, dude.
Yeah. You were just paying Mosaic or something.
I kind of want to see what's on Hustlers University, dude.
What's that?
What is that?
Andrew Tate's thing.
That's his digital course.
No, dude.
Yeah.
If you join it, you'll just be too successful. You'll be unrelatable.
Well, that's what I want. I kind of want to see. Like,
I watched a guy that broke it down.
What did he say?
He said that, well, basically he was looking at it more from a digital education point of view and what's in the
Like, what's he teaching? Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
Like,
the world that he paints is basically he's out of this matrix. The matrix is like this fake, woke world. It's to keep you down, whatever. It's the rat race, right? But then for him, he does what he wants. He's like, goes all over the world because he's out of the matrix and he's teaching people. Basically, it's like a mixture of like motivational fucking core shit with like be a hustler like me. Yeah. And then how he basically created like his whole cam girl like farm shit and whatever.
So he's like, don't wear suits. Wear like that wool, the holy wool sweaters that they had like outside the Matrix.
find a stable of girls that will be down to do OnlyFans content for you.
God.
Eat porridge.
The white porridge.
Yeah, there's a lot now.
Don't eat steaks. Eat white porridge.
Learn karate from a video.
Exactly right. Yep.
Eat the cream of wheat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was thinking.
Turn off the lights and hide if there's noises outside. Because you're outside the Matrix now.
Yeah. Cool.
It's fucking brilliant. It's brilliant.
You can see like somewhat like people breaking down like the course and what they've like been through. Yeah.
Do you
I
have
would-
testimonies with like guys that broke out of the Matrix as well?
Yeah.
Top G, baby.
The guy who on Tuesday night he went to bed and he's like, I love you to my wife and shit. And then he watches this thing and the next day he's like, hey bitch, I'm home. You're ugly. All right, I'm gonna go wait for my steak. You can make me a steak and I'm gonna wait for my blowjob too. Cool.
2 coffees.
Yeah.
The 2 coffees one's my favorite, dude.
What did he say about 2 coffees?
He just says, in the morning, I want my lady to give me 2 coffees. 1 because that's the one I'm gonna drink, and 1 just in case. That's it.
No, because
Just because.
I said so.
Just
because I have to defend you in the night if we get attacked. So you better just make me 2 coffees, bitch.
Shit.
Fucking sow.
Damn.
Fucking sow.
What's Sal?
Like you're a cow. Like eat grass. Yes, sow.
I thought it was an abbreviation for something.
Yeah, dude.
SOW.
Yeah.
Yeah, free my boy, dude.
Hey, free them boys.
Free them boys. Hey them boys.